everybody. Steve Harville with Creative Ventures, and welcome to our latest edition of Over Coffee. First, a thanks for all the people that send us the kind notes every month after we release a new issue of this. We're deeply appreciative of that. So let's start with elegant simplicity today. See, there's something about simple, kind of like a moth to light. But simple is more of a philosophy, a way of thinking than it is just a way of doing. You see, simple things bring you and your client closer, almost automatically. They bring you closer to a process, a system, a service, or a product. Though the idea of less is more is very popular in business today, it's really difficult to find companies that do it really well or who are willing to commit to a strategic relevance of simplicity. So let's start with one of the ideas from John Madej's book, The Laws of Simplicity, and it's where we always start, with thoughtful reduction. Not reduction, not just taking something away, not hitting mindlessly a delete key, but instead about thinking about what you are removing to make something more simple. You see, it's not less for the sake of less, but it's less more for the discovery of what's important to the client. This is an idea that we always start with master listing. Just take a list of everything associated with the project you're looking to simplify. Create a list that has almost everything in it. And then the idea is to go through that list and thoughtfully remove in phases until you get down to essential. So the first shot at it's always pretty simple. You can get rid of things really rapidly in the first look. How they even got in there, you'll be surprised to think back on. But then as you start the second one, it gets a little harder. And down to the third element, where you're removing down to the very core, the essential of the idea that you're looking to simplify, it becomes staggeringly difficult. It takes an unbelievable level of discipline. So I'm going to give you a quick little exercise you can do to practice the idea of thoughtful reduction. So this is a remote control for a television. This is a remote control for a television. And this is a remote control for a television. They average 48 buttons per remote. 48. The average user, through survey after survey, uses about 7, which means there are approximately 40 buttons on your remote that you don't even know what they do. There are some that are just colors, a bar of red, a bar of yellow, a bar of green on it. And if you push the wrong one, you'll be punished immediately by your television. And you all know the impact of that. It causes a sense of entertainment panic. So take a remote, any remote you choose, and begin this process. Take a look at it strategically and decide which of these elements would you remove to make a more simple remote. After you've removed it, look at your list and just go in and say, wait a minute, maybe this one is really necessary. For instance, if you say, I'll remove all the number keys and replace them with an Apple wheel style design, I would ask you, well, if I'm watching channel 01 and I need to go to ESPN and it's 1802, do I have to circle that until I get 1,800 channels closer to my goal? Think about what you're doing. Remove thoughtfully. It's a great little drill to practice one of the fundamental aspects of beginning your journey into the philosophy of simplicity, thoughtful reduction. We'll see you again next time on Over Coffee.